The Trump administration says all options are on the table after another report of chemical weapons being used in Syria.
On Twitter, President Donald Trump warned of a big price to be paid for the deaths of dozens of civilians over the weekend. Wendy Gillette reports.
The UN Security Council will convene today for an emergency session to discuss the suspected chemical attack in Syria. Images from first responders show what they say is the result of a poison gas attack Saturday. Opposition activists and local rescuers insist at least 40 people were killed in a rebel-held town. CBS News cannot independently verify these videos or confirm whether a chemical attack took place. Syria and its allies have all denied responsibility. President Trump condemned the strike on Twitter and warned of serious consequences, writing in part, "President Putin, Russia, and Iran are responsible for backing animal Assad. Big price to pay."
This is one of those issues on which every nation, all peoples have all agreed and have agreed since World War II is an unacceptable practice. So
is it possible there will be another missile attack?
Yeah, I wouldn't take anything off the table.
Some lawmakers called for a forceful response.
It's a defining moment in his presidency because he has challenged Assad in the past not to use chemical weapons.
Last time this happened, the president did a targeted attack to take out some of the facilities that may be an option that we should consider now.
Mr. Trump recently said U.S. troops would be leaving Syria very soon. In a statement, Senator John McCain said it appeared the president's words had emboldened the Assad regime. Wendy Gillette, CBS News.
It is the first day in office for John Bolton, the president's new national security advisor. And Bolton has long advocated a tougher U.S. approach in Syria, backed by military force if necessary. Also overnight, Syrian media reporting at least 14 people were killed in an airstrike on a Syrian air base. The Department of Defense insists that the U.S. did not carry out that attack. Syrian TV is saying it was Israeli jets that carried out the strikes, but Israel has not confirmed nor denied those reports.
Opening statements in Bill Cosby's sexual assault retrial begin today. The 80-year-old former TV star is accused of drugging and molesting Andrea Constad at his home in 2004. His first trial last spring ended in a hung jury. Prosecutors this time around are lining up a parade of accusers to make the case Cosby lived a double life as one of Hollywood's biggest predators. Cosby is fighting back with an aggressive strategy, attacking Constad as a greedy liar.
Facebook's CEO is headed to Capitol Hill this week. Lawmakers will demand answers from Mark Zuckerberg after a data firm with ties to the Trump campaign mishandled data from millions of Facebook users. Congress wants answers on how this happened in the first place and how it will be prevented in the future.
But my biggest worry with all this is that the privacy issue and what I call the propagandist issue are both too big for Facebook to fix. And that's the frightening part.
Zuckerberg says Facebook is taking steps to protect user data. He'll appear before the Senate Judiciary and Commerce Committees tomorrow. On Wednesday, he'll go in front of the House Energy and Commerce Committee.
A Minnesota school superintendent accused of publicly exposing himself 16 times since November has resigned. The Ricori School Board says Scott Staska submitted his letter of resignation. The board unanimously accepted it last week. Staska was arrested last month and put on paid leave after he was accused of repeatedly exposing himself at a Waite Park Quick Trip. Police say they later found additional alleged indecent exposure cases. Police expect charges within the next few days.
Just 2 games left in the regular season, and the Minnesota Timberwolves can clinch their first playoff spot since 2004 tonight. There's a lot that has to happen. They can beat Memphis at Target Center, then a couple other teams need to do what they need to do. Jimmy Butler was back in action for Friday night's win over the Lakers, his first game since that knee injury in late February. There are 4 teams competing for the final 5 open spots in the Western Conference, making this one of the most competitive NBA playoff races in recent history. Tickets for the Timberwolves' potential first-round playoff games go on sale starting at noon today. Not sure if you can buy a playoff ticket before you know they're in, but that's how it goes. You got to put them on sale, so they go on at noon. Minnesota Wild are already in the playoffs. Of course, the first 2 games of the best-of-7 series are on the road at Winnipeg. They'll be Wednesday and Friday. And then games 3 and 4 Sunday and Tuesday are in St. Paul. Wild had a nice end to the regular season in San Jose Saturday night. They won 6-3. Eric Stahl with the final goal for the Wild. An open netter was Stahl's 42nd of the season. That tied a franchise record set by Marion Gabrick.
Patrick Reed is this year's Masters champion. The 27-year-old Texan fought off a furious rally by Ricky Fowler and 2015 Masters champ Jordan Spieth. Spieth, who you see here, made up 9 shots on the final round yesterday, which had never been done before at the Masters. But Reed was better overall and sealed the deal with this short putt on 18. He finished with 15 under. Reed, who led nearby Augusta State at 2 NCAA titles, gets the green jacket and also a nearly $2 million check.